Greeting to all panels and audience. I am Lilian Lee, which represent number ID DA033 for entitled Research of Locating Visual Arts Instruction in Malaysian Higher Education, COVID-19 Epoch. As we can see, in early of 2020, pandemic of COVID-19 has altered the educational environment in Malaysia. Drastic changes of face-to-face learning modes are impacting the learning of practical discipline, such as visual arts. Regards, online mode learning and teaching is the best choice that educators have as to sustain the art and design learning course for our students. Preparing 100% on distance learning is the current issue that is needed to be understanding as to maintaining the learning effectiveness among the students. In parallel, initial study is needed as to attempt to identify the e-learning approach toward visual arts education in Sabah. So what are the challenges they've been facing in the art and teaching learning nowadays? Firstly, suitability of the full applications art and design course in online learning. Secondly, the quality of teaching and learning art course via online. Third, educator roles. Fourth, the facility and the sources being provided. Last but not the least, our student perceptions towards online education's mode. As the purpose of research. Generally, this research conducted in an attempt to identify the university students' perceptions towards the transitions of the learning modes during the current period. Crucially, the design studio's domain point is students' physical immersion requirements. However, the social distancing have raised the challenge on the arts learning paradigm in Sabah, Malaysia. Thus, concerns have been expressed about the suitabilities of distant art learning activities and the emerging online learning climate for our local art students. Thus, this research aims to identify students' views and attitudes towards the applications of online learning to arts, and also evaluate the influence of demographic factors on e-learning explorations in arts. This research hope provide insight into the difficulties relating to the applications of online learnings in response to changing needs in the subsequent period. The instrument for this study is online form, which consists of 195 undergrad students in Visual Art Technology program in University Malaysia, Sabah. Questionnaire is in 5-point Richter scale, which known as Learning Art Online Acceptance (LAOA), where the questionnaire investigates the students' view in terms of self-efficacy, perceived usefulness, perceived ease of use, facilitating conditions, experience, online learning intention, and lecturer support. There are three sections of analysis data in this study. Using SPSS software is to getting the statistical inference. Reliability test is conducted with converge alpha for all items is greater than 0.8. Moderate that all items are reliable and acceptable. Based on the percentage, among the respondents, 57 were male and 138 were female. A large number of respondents, 120, were in rural area, while 75 respondents are living in urban area. Now let's see the student perceptions. In terms of self-efficacy, the majority of respondents are high self-efficacy in the online art learning. Essentially, art students have high levels of academic self-efficacy, which motivate them to do the best in art learning activities. As for the usability aspect, sadly students agree that online learning is convenient to use in art class productivity. With regard to the ease of use of platform applications and online learning, our students state that it was not difficult to acquire new concepts and skills online. However, further improvement needed as to increasing the online learning environment and platform tools. Students said their agreement to receive effectiveness technical assistance and service support during the academic semester. Moderately positive response from students about their online learning experience, showing the students were able to engage and get good experience with online learning activities and assessments. Recently, students determined that online learning was the optimal method for teaching and learning on during pandemic. As an outcome, online transitions is a smart strategy for ensuring the long-term viability of art educations and learning time ahead. And students suggest that various approach hybrid could be applied to the study of visual art in the future. The majority of lecturers openly support online instructions. Most of the students agree that they are getting a high quality guidance from lecturers, approachable and motivate art learner to assist students in successfully using the online learning platform. The ANOVA test results showed that there was significant effect of area on student self-efficacy in online learning, which the urban area students having more high degree of confidence compared to rural area students. The significant difference indicate that environmental factors have an impact on student acceptance of online art educations. The home environments are the main role in stimulating students' self-efficacy in younger age. The result outcome also related to ITC knowledge and skill difference, where the rural communities often lack of ITC literacy. Furthermore, the lack of accessible internet service is another factor always facing by our rural area students in Sabah. Instill confidence and competence is another factor among rural students. In terms of gender, there are significant different student perceptions in facilitating conditions, which the female have higher proficiency and self-regulated learning from seeking help compared to male students. Interestingly, it's found that females have higher self-efficacy in computer skill compared to male students. This may be because women are born with a greater capacity for self-motivations, which foster an intellectual level of self-esteem. Also, women's natural characteristics often contribute significantly to the gender difference, with women being more likely to have high level of sociality, which include active participation in academic society, campus life, and high-level support for each other. Additionally, female students are more receptive to the use of virtual communications when they have a strong sense of self-efficacy. When it comes using technology at once, females are more dependent on external support, where they are more adept to receiving assistance from their environment, peers, lecturers, and facility in overcoming distant learning challenges and difficulty. As the conclusion, from the result, it can be seen that visual art students can adapt well to the distant education. Female students have higher ability and acceptance for online art learning. The visual art students have the ability to self-centered learning, particularly in the implements of online education. Our indigenous art students attending well to incorporate digital learning process. Although the majority of students are satisfied with online art learning, however, some improvements should be made to maximize online teaching and learning for art educations. Hence, the visual art online learning framework being outlined. In online learning, aids of learning approach should be equivalent to the art education content. The technology usage should consider of way to enhancing student self-direct learning and strategy to foster motivation such as reward badge and so on. And also should be providing a real-time interactivity between peers and also between lecturers. Also, strategy ability to present a multiple learning style also is a one factors should be considered for the technology in online learning. The platform should be able to operate and no limited participant in the platform, and also should be encouraged using hybrid approach in online learning in the future. As looking deeper in the platform interface, the interface should be support user-friendly online learning environment and should be more flexible in sharing research and managing the course via offline versions. Facility and equipment providers should be able to hold up accessible portions of art students and also can be student receive effectiveness technical assistance and getting platform that support system for art design software. For retaining positive experience, strategies for increasing student engagement and decreasing student exhaustion should be implemented to ensure the long-term effectiveness of online art educations. The lecturer support are important with ability to emphasize on ITC research for assessment and also ability to capacity to giving immediate feedback in the practical art training via online and having the skill to operate mechanism platform to support student learning. As ensure continuity of educations for visual art students, the implements for online art learning in higher education in Sabah should enhancement and expansions of internet access, especially in rural area. Art educator must take creative initiative to overcome the limitations of virtual teaching, such as using variety media app for class and intensive teaching style. Encouragement institutions and educators supportive to experiment with new e-platform in educations. Institutions need to develop and enhance their portal learning platform as to meet the needs nowadays and the provisions of information service through database systems such as online library resources. As advanced academic and students' understanding and awareness on educational technology, e-learning training and orientation program should be conducted, including lessons on online teaching and learning technique and related platform. Here come to the end of the slide. Thank you so much for listening.